Hello, I'm live. Yeah, money is useless in space. Just let you know. You can't take money out in space. Why would creation create people to invent a piece of paper? You know, what alien beings, if an alien being, why would an alien being take American dollars or a euro? Why would an alien being take American dollars or a euro? Because alien beings are smarter than that. I feel like the aliens are smarter than that. I don't know. If you're gonna be friends with them, exchange something to be friends with them. So yeah, I look at our money and our gold useless. Creation didn't create greedy ass people. Creation's I don't know, something about creation. I have to question sometimes. I have to question creation. Why did he manipulate human beings to believe in money? Why did creation created human beings to believe in money? Why did the draconians, the reptilians that created the human beings, to make them believe in gold and money? Why did the ETs manipulate us, create us, to make us believe in money and gold and all any kind that's shiny? Just always wondering about that. Every time I fucking drive my truck, I think a lot. I think a lot. I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. I'm worn down, abused. My back hurts. I saw a couple dragon clouds today. Some of them are really huge. I don't know how to post them on YouTube. How do you post shit on YouTube so you can see it? How do you post shit on YouTube? I have to do it on here? Do I have to post shit on here to fucking put on here? Take a photograph. I don't get how to do that. Facebook, see something. That's a good one. I like that one. It's strange. It's strange. It's so strange. Oh, this one's cool. I like this one. See if I can paste it. Save. Copy link. Let's see if I can do it over here. And paste. Oh, cool. I can do it. And then fucking, there you go. There you go. There's one of my photographs you guys can see. The dragon's face. It's strange. It's strange. You know? Guess everybody's still working. No, it's fine. Nobody's still working still. It's funny. I like talking to myself. I love talking to myself. Talk to myself all the time. I'm looking at myself, talking to myself right now. I love myself because I always talk to myself. Time is slowing down. Time is slowing down. Night. Goodbye. So, to homes. Oh, that's in the Charleston area. Huh. Huh. Interesting. It's a raggedy. Oh, so someone bought this raggedy place. Nice piece of land. Hello. I'm boring right now. It's like I have a. Hello. Dang, 3 already? Shit. What will I say now? What will I like to say today? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said money is useless. You can't take money in space with you. I can tell you that. You cannot take money in space. It's useless. When you leave the planet, I realize when you take cash off this planet, your money is basically useless. There's no value whatsoever to it. And I believe the aliens will not take your cash either. You know, you can't take your cash. Only place I think the only place. Nope, there's no place that will take your cash off this planet. And it's funny, what alien would want American dollar? What alien will want American dollar or a euro? I think they're more ahead of you. I realize that they are more ahead of you guys. I mean, to them, that's just a useless piece of paper in their perspective. Shiny rock. Gold is more of like a chemical, like a healing chemical. That's what gold is. Don't you ever ask that question when you leave this planet? When we all, so sooner or later, we're going to be leaving this planet. And you can't take money with you when you leave. You might as well just burn it. So what are you going to do? I always ask that question. What are you going to do when you leave this planet? When it's time to go, what are you going to do? You, you know, you're going to manipulate all the indigenous. You're going to manipulate the indigenous aliens and other planets to believe in your God and your fucking money and your gold. Is that what you're going to do? I'm just curious. You're going to manipulate the indigenous alien beings to believe in your American dollar and your gold. And then when you see the beings, you're going to be calling them demons and gens. I just wonder how you guys would react, how you guys would handle it. When it's finally time to leave the planet. Just think about it. You're the only planet. Well, no, you're not the only planet. There's some planets like our planet, but they don't. They run completely different than this planet. They don't have politics like we do. Well, some have politics and some don't have politics. Corporation is a virus. Corporation is a virus on a planet. ETs knows it. Even the ET knows about it. All the extraterrestrials, even they know that corporation is a virus. You know? One thing I don't get is why is the corporation trying to overrun all the ET beings? I'm just curious. Why are the ETs running over and taking over all the fucking ET beings planet? Is it going to be another fucking? Are we going to have another fucking indigenous war? Are we having? I realize that Mars, there's an indigenous war on Mars, and they're doing what they did here with the natives is what they're doing up there with the fucking indigenous ETs up there. They're doing the same thing. They already killed. We human beings already. We put a nuke on Mars to get rid of all the indigenous extraterrestrial beings. We nuked them. So yeah, we're doing the same thing all over again. This time we're just going back to Mars. I always thought about that. It's like, why in the fuck are we doing that all over again? It's like every planet we go to, we dominate. We're dominators. Flip the switch raises. We're expected. Huh. That's weird. I'm just proving that human beings are stupid. I'm just proving human beings are stupid because they're the only ones on this planet that has money. Or if it is a planet, it could be a spaceship. To those flat earthers, you get the flat earthers, and then it could be a spaceship, could be a planet. Oh, you guys are quiet today. You fucking guys are quiet today. What's up with that? Why are you guys so fucking quiet? Usually be fucking arrest the shit out of me, Usually by this time you arrest the shit out of me, Why are you being so fucking quiet today? You're supposed to be name calling me, sexual harassing me, and all that shit. Yeah, I was watching Will Smith. Will Smith. He's part of the cabal. He got initiated into the cabal to do some shit, weird, freaky shit with his family. It's like I think when they initiate you into the cabal, they make you do freaky shit. I thought I was freaky. The cabals are way fucking extremely freaky. It's weird. I watched Benjamin Fulford on they're trying to get the Rothschilds, the Chinese mafia, the Chinese cabal, the Chinese Freemasons. They're fighting against the Bush cabal. The Bush cabal, they're going to end. The Clintons are going to go. The Bush going to go. Clintons, yeah. Rothschilds are going to go. Rockefeller's going to go. All the big, huge, major pedophile cabals are going to go. Rothschild, Rockefellers, the people that you guys support. You know, people they run almost all the fucking corporations. You know, the 13th family runs almost all the corporations, just to let you know. Hell, they almost own all of New York. You know, the 13th family owns most of the corporations. So if you work in a corporation, yeah, and you support them, you support the pedophiles. That's why I noticed the trolls, they support the pedophiles. And Anonymous came out with something really, really, really big. 130,000 children are kidnapped in the fucking America. 130,000 children are kidnapped in America. Where did they hide their bodies? I'm just curious. Where do these government corporate types hide the fucking bodies? Where do they put them? You know? 130,000 kids being kidnapped, being child sacrifice for a ritual, being assigned to do something they don't want to do. Where do they go? Where do they hide the bodies? Just wondering. 130,000 kids get kidnapped in America. 130, yes, a total 130,000 kids got kidnapped in America. That's a lot of fucking kids. Dang, what's up with you guys? You're not talking? Not arresting me or anything? I don't know. Yeah, let's play Anonymous. Still, sometimes I always think one of you trolls are one of those kids that have been abducted, you know, because they look almost similar to your age. You know, in between what I heard, they get kids from 3 to 18 years old or something. They're inducted to the cabal. They're all inducted into the cabal. Sometimes I feel like your trolls are part of it too. You know, since you're all young kids. Yeah, this system's gonna be changed. It's all gonna come off the planet. All this negative bullshit, underground, in space, here, it's all gonna fucking go. All this negative shit, bullshit's gonna go. You know, there is a space alliance out there that's helping us. You know, there are other beings out there that's helping us that are on our side, trying to get rid of this negative bullshit off the planet. You know. Where are you? There you are. Here, listen to this one.
Begin transmission. This is a message from the anonymous charity, also known as The Collective. Today's broadcast date is December 19th, 2018. Since our last video upload dated December 18th, we have received a tremendous amount of support from the public. One question, however, that we were asked over and over was, why are you only focusing on the child trafficking? Yes, there are a number of operations we have running right now. We will only disclose the nature of them here on YouTube once we have actionable intel that ensures these crimes are looked into from the highest levels of government. Why would we tell the so-called elites of our plans to take them down in advance? We take what we do very seriously. All of us here, the collective, would gladly give our lives for this cause. With that being said, we will not tempt fate either. The child trafficking rings are bigger than what any of you can ever imagine. The satanic ritual abuse, the terror inflicted upon the innocent, the murder and the disposing of the bodies are all coming to surface. We have it all. We know where the bodies are kept. Let us explain why this is bigger than you think. Let us tell you just how the CIA started the ball rolling decades ago. Did you know that way back in 1953 alone, $87.5 million was spent on CIA child abuse programs? These programs are actively practiced and enforced in boot camps, rehabilitation centers, boarding schools, behavior modification therapy, and many other false-fronted centers. Treatment centers are run by non-profits, religious organizations, and for-profit corporations.
Religious
Most are funded
organizations.
by taxpayers. Children are usually placed by school districts, court systems, and social welfare agencies and their parents. Today, in 2018, taxpayers give well over $200 million per year to fund and support these facilities. One facility alone receives $65 million a year of non-taxed funds. Taxes pay for the employment of people like Kelvin Berry, 51, who was a facility program director for 15 years until he was finally imprisoned for sexually assaulting a 16-year-old girl who had been under his supervision. Only God knows how many hundreds of others he tortured and abused in those 15 years alone. A glimpse
Great
into
man.
the reported issues from one state's treatment centers. Keep in mind that no reported number is accurate. It is at very least double that of what is reported, and most studies show that only 5% of children report what has actually been done to them. So, if you think of all stats on child abuse as only 5%, you will see more clearly the shame America holds. So, how do these places thrive when there is so much evidence to obliterate them? Because they are 1, run by the CIA, and 2, funded and supported by citizens. If any of these places get caught in a big enough way to get action taken against them, they change the name of the center, fire those in the spotlight, usually hiring them back under a new name, and continue business as usual. They are a web, many different strands of the same corporation. The cases usually get thrown out and ignored by the corrupted judicial system. This will be brought to light very soon. We are done standing by and watching. Insurance stops paying for what's called cognitive rehab, and there are few residential treatment centers that take government insurance, or even private insurance after a certain point. People who are wealthy or have workers' compensation or a lawsuit settlement can find care, but most others cannot. The disregard for human life is truly astounding. I made you sane, and I can make you insane. That's a quote from Synanon founder Chuck Dietrich. The programs active today are copies of past human experiments we now know the names of, such as Project Bluebird, renamed Artichoke and then renamed MK Ultra, which was renamed Stargate Program, and MK Search. MK Ultra used numerous methodologies to manipulate people's mental states and alter brain functions, including the surreptitious administration of drugs, especially LSD, and other chemicals, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, verbal and sexual abuse, as well as various forms of torture. Sub-programs of MK Ultra, and there are hundreds. MK Chatter, focusing on the identification and testing of drugs in interrogations. Use of anabazine, an alkaloid, scopolamine and mescaline. MK Often test the behavioral and toxicological effects of certain drugs on animals and humans. MK Derby Hat, MK Third Chance. MK Chikwit. Identify new drug developments in Europe and Asia and to obtain information and samples. Explore the world of black magic and harness the forces of darkness and challenge the concepts that the inner reaches of the mind are beyond reach. MK Delta, aka Project Span, involved the contamination of food supplies and the aerosolized spraying of the potent LSD mixture. MK Naomi, related Special Operations Division. Successor to MK Delta, focused on biological projects including biological warfare agents, specifically to store materials that could either incapacitate or kill a test subject and to develop devices for the diffusion of such materials. QK Hilltop, Chinese and Korean brainwashing techniques practiced. QK Boyle, QK Demon, QK Droop, QK Active, and QK Enchant. Dr. George Hunter White, involved with the programs, reports, it was fun, fun, fun. Where else could a red-blooded American boy lie, kill, cheat, steal, rape and pillage with the sanction and bidding of the all-highest? Programs are described by the CIA as involving substances which will promote illogical thinking and impulsiveness to the point where the recipient will be discredited in public. Substances which increase the efficiency of perception. Materials which will cause the victim to age faster, slower in maturity. Materials which will promote the intoxicating effect of alcohol. Materials which will produce the signs and symptoms of recognized diseases in a reversible way so that they may be used for malingering, etc. Materials which will cause temporary, permanent brain damage and loss of memory. Which will enhance the ability of individuals to withstand privation, torture and coercion during interrogation and so-called brainwashing. Materials and physical methods which will produce amnesia for events preceding and during their use. Physical methods of producing shock and confusion over extended periods of time and capable of surreptitious use. Substances which produce physical disablement such as paralysis of the legs, acute anemia, etc. Substances which will produce a chemical that can cause blisters. Substances which alter personality structure in such a way that the tendency of the recipient to become dependent upon another person is enhanced. A material which will cause mental confusion of such a type that the individual under its influence will find it difficult to maintain a fabrication under questioning. Substances which will lower the ambition and general working efficiency of men when administered in undetectable amounts. Substances which promote weakness or distortion of the eyesight or hearing faculties, preferably without permanent effects. A knockout pill which can surreptitiously be administered in drinks, food, cigarettes, as an aerosol, etc., which will be safe to use, provide a maximum of amnesia, and be suitable for use by agent types on an ad hoc basis. A material which can be surreptitiously administered by the above routes and which in very small amounts will make it impossible for a person to perform physical activity. The CIA has been involved in the creation of every religious organization in the United States. They produce fundamentalists, extremists, who are so completely brainwashed they are the perfect puppets to raise brainwashed and controlled children. Parents pay for their children to be tortured, starved, beaten, and killed by these people under the guise that their child needed behavior modification. There is no freedom left in America. When a society thrives on the ritualistic suffering and murder of their children, the society is dead. In America, when a child is too noisy in class or has too much energy, that thing kids are born with and have to burn up in order to grow, they are prescribed medication to numb them up and shut them down. Parents play the main role in how a child is abused as they condone and enforce it. They are the caretakers, the ones the child trusts to protect them. The parents see the government as their parent and therefore are children themselves, handing over all powers to them. Children are brought up in extreme home situations. foster care, sent to camps, centers, schools that have one purpose: to destroy the future of society. These places are infected with CIA agents, doctors and caregivers under the control of the CIA to do with your children unimaginable things, all with your consent and your money. James Dobson, The Pearls, CPS, Straight, WASP, and so many countless people and organizations have that one purpose. They electrocute children into submission, break bones, drown them, tie them up, lock them in solitary, rape them, starve them, and even exercise them to death. You think Americans care about Gitmo? They do the same horrible things to their own children. If parents would simply grow up and realize the government brainwashing they have been steeped in is neither in line with human rights or constitutional rights. The human rights violations that rest on the government of America are too numerous to count, and will never be brought to justice anywhere but here. Children are humans, and they deserve love and protection from those who have accepted responsibility for them. Sending children to government-run programs to correct them, because they are individual humans and not carbon copies of yourselves, is an inexcusable negligence on your part. People must stop believing that the government knows best. If they advertise it to you to take your children away for any amount of time, to give them treatment and make them better, don't be so surprised when you get a quiet, obedient pine box in return. Blind trust of a corrupt government will never give you anything you need or want. If a child needs help, help them. Don't send them off for someone you don't know to control. The truth is, you don't know who they really are. We are the anonymous charity known as The Collective. We are the voice for the voiceless. The time for change is now. No longer shall the people be oppressed by corruption. No longer shall the innocent cries of the murdered children go unheard. The calm has passed. The storm is here. Expect us. The times are too grave, the challenge too urgent, and the stakes too high to permit the customary passions of political debate. We are not here to curse the darkness, but to light the candle that can guide us through the darkness to a safe and sane future. This message is dated December 19th, 2018. End of transmission.
Hmm. There you go. That's the real anonymous. I could tell the difference between the real anonymous and the fake anonymous. I've seen the right-wing version of anonymous, which doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, but they are the real anonymous, you know. It's weird. It's like I know, because I seen Anonymous when it first came out. You know, I remember when they first came out. I think that was the best thing ever. Them coming out. Yeah, the weather war going on. There's a weather war. Supposed to be a heavy-duty snowstorm coming, but what are the odds? Don't know the odds right now. It's supposed to be on the holidays, supposedly. Awesome nukes on Saturn. Holy shit. Huh. Yeah, out there, the world is weird, you know? Out in space, it's weird out there. You know, you watch the sci-fi shows, anybody here watch sci-fi is exactly what the sci-fi. It's funny, anything on sci-fi is real. Whatever you see on sci-fi is real. Avatar is real. Everything is real. Your mythology is real, actually. Your mythologies, which you guys believe half man, half horse, werewolves, vampires. They have it out. It's out there. There's a vampire. There's the Dark Fleet. I was watching this girl. The Dark Fleet is almost similar to a vampire race in a way. They feed off negative energy. I mean, they have this saying they feed off negative energy. It's weird how it works. How the vampire is not. They do suck blood. Yeah, I heard they do suck blood though. You know, human flesh. You know, anything that's human flesh with blood, they drink it. And just like the rituals down here, they do the same thing. The rituals down here, they drink the bloods of the child, the baby. Because I found out it's a youth potion. It makes them youth. These beings that are disguised as human beings, you know, they thrive on baby's flesh to keep them young. It's like a youth potion. The blood of the baby keeps them young. I don't want that shit. You know, I don't want this. This whole fucking planet is nothing. One big huge ritual. If you put it all together, this whole fucking planet is one big huge fucking ritual. When you go to war, that's a ritual. That is a definite is a fucking ritual when you go to war. Because that's the whole idea is to feed off your negative energy when you're fucking shooting at each other. Fighting, getting mad, getting angry, the adrenaline. You know, and then turn around and get the psychological abuse, you know, of when you kill somebody, you get the psychological abuse. They feed off of that. It creates more fear within your mind. Creating fear. Fear energy is, you got to understand about fear energy, you know. This whole planet is nothing but fear energy. Because everybody's always fighting against each other. Everybody's always, it's like everything everywhere. There's always something that's related to it. It's like a one big huge chain. You know, the human beings are like one big huge chain of energy. You know, you put them all together, and you can manipulate the energy. You know, you can make it look really bad. You know, like the Twin Towers. The Twin Towers that fell was a ritual. All the human beings that fell off the tower, it was a ritual. You know, you got to think about it. You can see the symbolism. When you go to New York, you can see the symbolism of the cabals. It's all there. Even the Even the memorial at the Twin Towers, it's all symbolism. It's all, you can see it. The creation of fear, the creation of fear. And beings out there, there's a lot of fucking beings out here that comes here just to feed off the fear energy that we create. And I'm trying to make it more positive. I want the whole planet to be positive, Debt slavery. When you're in debt, that's a fear energy. It's like you're creating fear constantly every fucking day, I'm telling you guys this, I'm telling you guys, your world is not what your world is. Your world is not what you think it is. You're just farmed. I keep on saying that a lot because you guys are all farmed. I want a positive world, actually. That's what I'm aiming for. A positive world, I may be transgender, but I'm still wanting a positive world, But it would make a difference of what you are, who you are. It doesn't matter who you are or what you are. Your spirits are all the fucking same. Their spirits are all the fucking same. That's why I'm picky on who I pick. I don't choose negative people. If you notice that, I don't choose negative people. I choose the positive people. We're fighting to have them for positivity, because I'm sick of negativity. Negativity's been going on for trillions of years. Negativity has been going on for trillions of years, and I'm tired of it, Trillions of years. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. It's wearing me down. Here, this planet, 6,000 years. They controlled you for 6,000 years. Imagine 6,000 years from then. You guys weren't even controlled at all. You were actually yourselves. But 6,000 years, that's 6,000 years is a long time to be controlled, 6,000 years is a long fucking time. They keep you dumbed down. They keep you busy. They control you. They distract you. They put the fear is what's make you. That's how they keep you controlled every fucking day. The objective is to make you against you, like I said in my other videos. The objective is to put human beings against human beings. The more mad the more mad they get at each other. Your religious beliefs, your religious beliefs is another control too. You fight against each other in your religious beliefs, in your belief system. You can have, it's funny, you can have religion, but just only thing you need to do is just worship your own self instead of worshiping a make-believe. Because the gods that the ones, these Christians and these Muslim, is the same people on top of the fucking pyramid. They're all worshiping them and they're not even aware that they're worshiping them. Only people you need to worship is yourself. Nobody else. You don't need to worship nothing. You don't need to get on your knees. You don't need to bow down. I don't bow down to nobody. That's the way I work. I don't bow down to nobody. The only thing they can do to me is tell me what to do on my job. That's it. And I have to pay my bills, But I don't bow down and kiss ass. That's the one thing you don't understand about me. I do not bow down and kiss ass. That's not the way I am. I've seen a lot of kiss ass when it comes to. It's like when it's funny about when I go to some certain corporations and these certain guys walk around and tour around. I can see the kiss assers, you know, talking, trying to show a tour of the business, you know. I can see all the kiss assers walking around this one fucking guy. Could be an owner or something, or they could be merging together, you know. But yeah, I see a lot of kiss assers out here. They all kiss ass. I never, you know what's funny about me? I never kissed ass for a job. Fuck that shit. I don't kiss nobody's ass. Fuck them, you know? You can call me evil, I don't give a fuck. I'm here. I'm just here to give you your reality check. That's all I'm here for. I'm here to show you your true reality for what it is. That's what I'm here for. You know, call me fucking evil. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you guys call me. You can hate me. You can fuck with me. You can do whatever the fuck you want, you know? I realize, yeah, it's supposed to be a free country. A free country, you know? It's supposed to be a free country. I wouldn't consider this country free, you know? You don't have no freedoms. You never had freedoms. You've been a slave for human beings been slaves for 6,000 fucking years. 6,000 fucking years. That's a long fucking time, you know? That's a long fucking time. 6,000 years for human standard of living. You know, human standard way of living. Human beings used to live 800 years old, 800 to 1,000 years. Human beings used to live 800 to 1,000 years. You know, and all of a sudden our years just dwindled down. I think when the more it got dwindled down, the more we got controlled. Isn't that kind of weird? We had you know, thousands of years to live, and all of a sudden we're just dwindled down to like 165. You know, if you're lucky to make 65 to a fucking 100, plus the stress you got when you work. Your work actually makes you, when you work, you know, it's funny. You live shorter when you work, you know. You live shorter. And some people are, you know, some people, they live longer, depending on the food that you eat. You know, if we go back in the 50s, 60s, they had real food. I mean, back in, no, I say like in the 1800s to the 50s, they had real food. And then all of a sudden, I think in between 50 and now, and all of a sudden food started, it started to fucking go in the shithole, you know? I'll go down the shithole. I don't mean to be negative, you know? I never meant to be negative, you know? You know. I never meant to be negative. I'm just, you know, it's funny. I am just angry, you know? I'm just angry to be lied to, you know? I'm just angry because I've been lied to. You've been lied to. Everybody else on this planet's been lied to. You know, I'm just angry because I'm taking my anger out on YouTube. I'm taking my anger out on YouTube. And it makes me feel good to take it all out. Yeah, it's funny is when once you see it, it's like when you wake up. It's funny waking up is like when you wake up and all of a sudden you're it's like it's weird how you wake up. It's like, do I belong here? You know, you ask this question, what the fuck am I here for? You know? I always ask that question, what the fuck am I here for? Why am I here? How it's like, how did I get here? You know, that's another question I ask myself. How in the fuck did I get here? How did I play part of this fucking game? This endless torture. The game of torture, that's what I call it. You know what's funny about Ilana? Torture chamber of life. That's what she calls it. And that stuck into my head when she said that. Torture chamber of life. And she's exactly right. Lana is exactly right. Torture chamber law. I need to get Lana off the streets. I have to get Lana off the streets somehow. And I'm trying to figure out how the fuck do I get Alana off the streets? She can't come here because according to these psychopathic motherfuckers, you know, she's psychologically unfit to fly a plane. Why is that? You know, I want to bring her here so I get her off the fucking streets. You know. Yeah, I want her off the fucking streets. And I can't do shit about it too. That's the one thing I hate about this world. You can't do shit about it because you got to play by the fucking stupid rules. You got to play by the stupid fucking rules. You know, it's funny. I told Ilana that yeah, the trolls won. You know, I told Ilana the trolls won because they got what they wanted. Put her on the streets. You know. There are some of us that wants to be positive, that goes towards the positive. You know, it's funny. I know torture. I know what torture is like. I've been tortured. I had many lives. This is just a weak body. I live in a. This is just a weak body. It's designed that way on purpose. For me and Ilana. For anybody that there are certain people out here that are pretty powerful. I'm gonna tell you, there are certain people out here that are very, very powerful, and I want to wake them up. And they're very positive too. I'm trying to look for them actually. I'm looking for those ones that are on chains that because they know the powerful ones down here. They know who to chain up. They know who to control. The spirit part. I'm looking for the strong spirit types inside these people. I could tell. You know, it's funny when I looked into Infinite, right? I could tell he was very positive. And then when I activated him, he was one of them. He was one of those hidden people that no one wants to that they don't like, you know. That's what that's what I do. I'm not like any. I'm looking for those certain people. That's all I'm doing. Only thing I realized when I tested on Walking Dead girl, it doesn't work if you're negative. If you're what Walking Dead girl was 70% negative. She was 70% negative. So it does not affect her at all. So she cannot get it. She can't get the abilities. Because I was using her as a guinea pig. Just my curiosity, you know. But when I did Infinite, it worked really it worked because I could tell. Yeah, I realized if you're above 30% negative, if you're above 30% negative, you're never gonna have abilities if you're above 30% negative. No. So that's why I look for people. If people face their reality for what it is and really sees for what it is, then it'll work. It'll work on you, you know. But I realize for me, it's like yeah, you can't attack. You can't attack in this. You can attack in this world, you know. But you only problem for me is I have to defend myself from you because I don't attack. Because most of you fuckers out here attack, and you guys not even aware that you do attack. And I don't fight. I don't fight at you guys. That's the way I work. I'm more of a defense type. You know, sometimes I do want to fucking just kill your ass, but I got. But I really don't want to. That's some part of me doesn't want to do it, but I do really want to kill your fucking ass. You know, this body, I can fucking kill you in this body with a bat. Yeah, human beings are just now starting to get their abilities. Human beings are now starting to get their fucking abilities. Well, the beginning, you know, if they know how to control themselves. Because I realize if you become really negative with your abilities, it fades away. Your abilities go away. That's the way mine works. That's how I design the abilities I give. If you become over 30% negative on your abilities, if it'll fade away. You know? I think that's good. I think that's good to do that for you fuckers, because you guys can be out of control and abuse it, you know? If you're more positive with it and you are defending yourself, then yeah. It depends on how hard you get hit. You know, if they're determined to kill you, then it's gonna be the mirror reflection of the other person. Yeah, I'm just it's weird. My head feels lighter now. I don't feel any negativity anymore. Why is there no negativity? I feel a little positivity. Yeah, there's a safe thing that I do on my fucking the abilities I give. I don't choose any. I only choose the positive types. I don't choose the negative types. You know, doesn't matter who you are, what you are, who you worship. It doesn't matter. You know, as long as the way I look at it, my rules. As long as you see this world for what it is, and really see for the world, then come back and see me. You know, and then tell me how what you see. You know, without any lies, without any fucking excuses, without any fucking. That's it. You know, 1 year. Observe your own world. You got 1 year to observe your own world, then come back and see me. And you tell me about the world that you see, the reality of this world. I see darkness, darkness below the world, darkness on top of the world. Some of us don't want the darkness. Some of us, we want the world to be a little bit more light, have some kind of light, at least have some kind of light. I'm not all dark. Yeah, I do believe in matter, dark matter, because it's out there, it's infinite, it's everywhere. Matter is everything, even your body, your physical body, the way you talk, the way you breathe. Matter is all over the place. That's the one that's the one that one is me. That's how I see myself, as matter. Dark matter. Because I kept on studying it. I studied the matter. I understand what the matter. I don't know why. You see shadows everywhere, right? There's shadows everywhere. Everywhere you walk, there's always going to be a shadow. The sun, the sun can change your DNA. The sun can change your DNA. It can enhance you. You know. I don't know when that's going to happen. That's the question I'm just curious about, because I'm waiting for the sun for me to enhance me. I didn't block you guys. What's going on? You guys are fucking quiet. Why are you fucking quiet? Are you judging me? Are you judging me? What side am I on? What side am I on? Am I on your side, or you think I'm on the other side? What side am I on? That girl that I showed you? She's a transgender person too. You know. The girl they killed? They killed a transgender girl. They sacrificed her. So you're not the only fucking ones. You think you straight people are all, you think you straight people, it's always about you? No, it's about both of us. Because she called it, when she said she called it, because she couldn't figure out it's gender. It's gender. And the Russian guy just took a gun and killed her, you know? The Russian guy took the gun and killed her. So you feel like you're the only victims. You straight people, you feel like you're the only fucking victims on this fucking planet. You're not the only ones. In my world too. My world, we're the victims from you guys. In my world, we are the victims from you guys. Hmm. I feel the heat going on. I'm being attacked. You know, they have a gun. They have this thing where they can attack you. You won't even know that you're being attacked. I feel the heat like coming out of the front side of my neck. That's where they usually aim for. This is your head. They always aim for your head. See this? Now I don't feel it anymore. Yeah, I get attacked a lot. I get attacked a lot. What do you want to listen? What do you want to listen to? It's strange. Usually you're usually talking. You're right now. You know one thing about the when you're out there in space, they have ships that are like. Have you seen this movie called Farscape? Have you seen a movie called Farscape? There's a ship. This is Farscape.
Check this out. This memorial rocks. They designed these goggles so you can look back into the past with the old monastery. Come on, check it out.
John, what are you talking about? There is nothing
You have to put the goggles on. Come on, take a look.
Put the goggles on. You want me to look?
Yes, through the goggles. Pretty cool, huh?
Incredible.
This sucker is a tear in time. It links to the past. It looks back to the actual moment when the event occurred. Now check it out. This is the nurses surrendering to the Vedic Horde.
Can they see us?
I hope not. Keep watching. You'll see the final attack on the monastery. This thing flicks back and forth between the attack and the truce.
This recording device is accurate. I learned about this location memorial.
Well, need I say more? If you learned about it at military school, it's certain to be Farka.
500 cycles ago, 13 peacekeepers lost their lives.
So Farscape is a good thing to learn when you go out there because this world here is so similar to the ones out there, you know, because there's a lot of weird shit out there. So if I were you, watch Farscape. I recommend all you fuckers to watch Farscape because it's weird, and the ship itself is a living being. You know, the ship itself is a living being, just like us, just like this planet. This planet is a living being. It's kind of like only thing about this living being, it sails across the galaxy. And I mean, we rotate, but we're always moving across the galaxy. We're never in the same spot in the galaxy or out here in space. We're always rotating. And then the universe itself rotates, and there's multiple different rotations for everything else. You know, it's like sailing. We're like sailing across the universe. We're never in the same spot. There's always something changing. We're always going up and down. We're always going up and down, you know. We're going down right now. I think we're going down, and then we're gonna go back up again. It's easy to go. That's funny. Portals are much easier because you know exactly where you can pinpoint where the planet is. If you can remember all the planets, you wouldn't have no problems getting to another planet. You know. Yeah, Farscape. I recommend you guys watch Farscape and Stargate. That's another movie you should watch, Stargate, because that's all real too. And I'll let you know that's majority of that's all real. Those are the two things you should watch. Star Wars is similar. Star Wars using the Force, but it's not like the way it is. You know, it's positive and negative polarities. I think the more darker you are, the more abuse you are. That means you're a vampire. You know that because you take other people's energies and you can use that energy against somebody by taking somebody else's energy. But I don't do that. You know, I realize I don't even do that. Because I always find a way. I find that this energy is infinite. You know, I look at energy as infinite. So how could you run out of energy if you have infinite amount of energy? Energy is all around you. So how could you run out of energy? You know, the body. I don't know. This body runs out of energy. Somebody's always fucking attacking me. Strange. You guys are quiet today. You're fucking quiet today. What's up with that? You know? Holy cow. I didn't block you guys. What's going on? What is going on? Why are you so quiet? Are you doing research? All I see clowns in my head. Why do I see a lot of clowns in my head? Everybody's dressed up like a clown. A three-dimensional clown. Close your eyes. Feel around you. Feel the energy pushing against you. Feel the calmness inside you. You're calming down. You feel the calmness. Watch the flower grow. Watch the seed grow into the flower. The seed turns into a dandelion. Dandelion is like a weed. I like dandelions though. I like dandelions. I feel calm. There's a calmness you guys are coming out. You guys feel calm now. I don't feel nothing negative about you guys right now. I don't feel nothing negative. I feel like an energy. I feel like you're like yeah, you have a lot of positivity going on. I don't know. Sometimes I always feel like if it's too quiet, something really bad is going to happen to me. Sometimes that's the way it usually goes when it's really quiet, and then some whammo, I get whomped on really bad. You know, it's always like that. It always starts out quiet, and then wham, you get slammed. You know what's funny? I boosted one of you trolls up. I boosted one of you trolls up. One of you trolls was positive. The one that gives me the flowers. The one who shows me the rose. Oh. That's dragon number 2. I always say that. I always show you the same dragons. You know, I try to show that same dragon on the second one. I try to show him that same dragon. The third phase of the moon. I tried to show the dragon the third phase of the moon. I ain't got a response from them. You know, I ain't got no response from those fucking assholes. So weird. That sucks. Oh man, what a day. Nothing much to say, really. I think I said I'm running out of things to say now. I'm running out of things to say. I think I said what I need to say. I think I said what I need to say. Oh yeah, there's one weird photograph. This one's pretty cool. I like this one. It's a spaceship. The third one is a spaceship. Do, 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 do. Huh. This is the most recent one. You can see it really clear. Oh wait a minute. Shit. This one you can see really clear if you have a good eye. If you have a good eye. This one's not too long ago. The fourth one was this week. If you look at it, you have to have an artist's eye to look at it because some people can't see it. I can see it. Big, huge face of a dragon. Big, fucking huge face of a dragon right in front of me. It's always it looks at me. They always look at me. The skies do look at me. Usually, spirits. Spirits is not only human. That's one thing you don't understand. Spirits are not only human. Dragons. These are spirit dragons. The way they do it is they use the clouds to create the figures. to imprint themselves. That's what they use the clouds for, to imprint themselves. So yeah, I feel like they're following me. It sounds crazy, but yeah, I feel like they're following me. You know, they're all following me. They're all mega huge dragons. Right now, the ones I see, they're about the one that I see is half the size of the United States. You know, they're like babies. That's how I look at it. They're like little babies. The ones I see are, yeah, they're like half the size of the state. They can become. I realize that these dragon spirits, they grow. They can be large or tall. They can be the size of a creation. They can be the whole size of creation. They can be the size of this infinite universe. Well, I think most of them are the size of the planets. I mean, it depends on the size of the planet, depends on how big they're going to grow, you know? Which is so weird. Call me fucking crazy. I don't care. I've been seeing dragons there all day, every day. The clouds do talk. That's one thing you don't understand. The clouds do talk. The clouds do watch. Only thing you gotta understand is what's inside the clouds. It's not just the clouds, it's just what's inside the clouds that's watching. The trees talk. Sometimes they do talk. Trees do. The grass can talk. Everything around you, and everything that's ground or anything that's alive, it could talk. We used to talk to it. We used to talk to the animals. We used to talk to the animals. We used to talk to the trees. Water can talk. Air. Fire. They just shut our whole human body has been shut off, you know? They just shut everything off on us to keep us numb. Keep us distracted. We're always distracted. What the fuck is going on? Shit, what the fuck is going on here? Why are you so fucking quiet today? Huh? Why are you so fucking quiet? Now it's weird now. It's like, now it's so fucking weird. Why today? Why are you quiet today? Usually, I'm always expecting you trolls here. That's what I'm expecting you trolls to be here. What's up with you guys? Shit. I need to practice. I need my practice, so that's why I need your trolls. I need you trolls here so I can have practice with you. Did you guys look up remote viewing? I wonder if you guys looked up remote viewing. That's how the government finds you guys. You know? Remote viewing is how the government find you guys. They know exactly where you are. That's how the government finds you. They use it all the time. Governments, they use it all the time. Remote viewing. Only thing different about them is they write it down. They have to write it down. Me, wait. We don't need to write it down. You just have a picture in your head and you can figure it out. It's more easier to see a picture in your head than writing it down. It's like when you remote view, it's like you can take you can get a picture of a spaceship, right? And you can see what's inside the spaceship. You can tell what kind of aliens in the spaceship. You can feel the energy. You can feel how positive, negative. You can feel everything. That's how remote view works. And it's like, for me, it's kind of weird. How I figure it for me is like how the abilities that we have is all you can be anything. I mean, you can create anything, any kind of character, but somehow a piece of you is on that computer. I don't know why. It's like it's strange how it works in the computer land, but you can still remote view that person on the computer. I don't know. Some part of your. Sometimes I always feel like there's some part of your energy is in that character that you created. You know, that troll character that you create. Because I don't know, some part of your energy is part of it. It's like when you project your energy to that character, right? And then you can actually backtrack the troll's energy straight to the body, you know, the physical person. It works both ways, and it works in because it's electrical. You know, I realize that everything's electrical. You know, even out here, everything around you is electric. You know, the energy is electric, the computer's electric, and you project yourself. It's kind of like it's almost like electric. You know, so when you create that character, that troll character, right? You're actually projecting yourself onto that character itself, you know, onto that. Yeah, no, I know it's on a computer, but it's like, yeah, you're actually projecting it. You're like, you have a line. It's like every human being has a line, a web that go inside that they project themselves into. So when you become that troll, you just created a web, you know. So the web of you is on that troll, you know. So all they have to do is pinpoint the web. They all have to do is follow that web back all the way to you. Because this whole world is nothing but a web. The physical, the non-physical. This computer world's a web. Out here's there's a big web out here. This whole universe is nothing but a web. It's all nothing but it's infinite webs. You know, anything that's electrical, it's all webs. I'm not. It's funny. I don't practice much. You know, that's why I say I'm never going to be correct because I don't practice a lot. I'm just now. You know, it's like the only time I practice with Ilana a little bit, but sometimes Ilana, you know, she doesn't. We don't actually practice. You know, so the only way I can do is find somebody I don't know. That's the only way I can learn. You know. So yeah, in a way, I'm using this as practice. I figure the more I practice, the more stronger I get. You know, right now I'm assuming you know, I think I'm more of a. I think I'm out of let's say, out of one to 100, me being correct, I give myself a 40. You know, I give myself a 40 because I'm no, I give myself a fucking 20 for not being correct. That's how I feel about myself. 'Cause I'm not really confident yet. You know, I think too much. Because it's funny when I give somebody else the abilities, I tell them not to think. But for me, when I do my abilities, I think too much. So it's like I gotta learn not to think. You know, just let it go with the flow. You know. Oh shit! Oh shit! Moment is here. Will all can stay silent? Who's that? Planet Truth Info. Who the fuck is this?
Observe what President Trump has just spoken as of recent. It's very important. The things which are taking place right now, the words which are being spoken by your leaders, take heed to what your leaders are doing. Do not let it pass by you, because your life depends on everything that they do and everything that they say. Observe what President Trump has spoken. We're going to give some further commentaries, and I want you to observe the people in the background. Who surrounds the president?
Border security. You know, Republicans want very strong border security, and honestly, the Democrats, for most of them, it's hard to believe, but most of them want open borders, and that leads to crime and leads to other problems. And, you know, I don't mind having the issue of border security on my side. If we have to close down the country over border security, I actually like that in terms of an issue, but I don't want it to be an issue. I want it to be something that the country needs. It's not really an issue. It's something the country needs. It's common sense the country needs. We need protection. We need border security. We need security from drugs that are pouring into our country. They're coming in right through that southern border, and we need a wall. We need border security, and part of border security is a wall. So I don't mind owning that issue. I mean, Chuck's problem is that I'll take it. If we close down the country, I will take it, because we're closing it down for border security. I think I win that every single time. Okay? Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's go, make your way out.
Very much.
Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you very much, folks.
This recording of Trump speaking on shutting down the government was the result of border security. And he was speaking with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer on this subject. To make the long story short, here is what I want to share with you. I had pointed out to you that you need to pay attention to the people behind Trump, because the people behind Trump are the advisors of Trump. These people have power. I want you to ask yourself, when the camera zooms out, what are these three Jesuits doing behind Trump? You see, these three, though they may appear as Catholics, these are Jesuits. Jesuits who are advising Trump on what to do. These Jesuits have one mission, and that mission is to bring back glory back to the papacy. Trump was trained and educated by a Jesuit. When we visit his vice president, he calls himself a born-again evangelical Catholic. He is basically uniting Catholics and Protestants together. And make sure you take note that Trump, who is a Jesuit-trained president, when he was...
So Trump wants to close the border. So now, if he wants to close the border, then we are now prisoners of our own country. We are now prisoners of our own country if he wants to close the fucking border. And the only thing that's funny about it is the CIA. The CIA is the one who's fucking doing the drug as part of the drug dealings, the government. You know what's funny about it? The FBI was bringing drugs into the ghetto. So or the CIA was bringing drugs to the ghetto. CIA. I don't know why CIA is mostly do all the bad shit.
From UFOs to ghosts and psychic powers, history is riddled with unexplained events. Turn back now. Look to stuff they don't want you to. Here are the facts. On December 10th, 2004, journalist Gary Webb was found dead with 2 gunshot wounds to his head in Carmichael, California. Coroner ruled the death a suicide, and Webb's ex-wife noted that he had been depressed after falling out with his employers at the San Jose Mercury. Gary Webb was a controversial but lauded journalist. In 1996, he wrote a series of articles for the Mercury that were later made into a book called Dark Alliance. Prominent newspapers attacked this series, including the Washington Post and the New York Times. Eventually, Webb's own paper backed away from his work. Many believe that being professionally discredited drove him to suicide, and his claims were exaggerated. Yet conspiracy theorists believe Gary Webb was murdered because his story was not only true, but the beginning of an international scandal. So what did he actually write? Here's where it gets crazy. In this series, Webb alleged that Nicaraguan Contras were responsible for the Los Angeles crack cocaine epidemic of the 1980s. He also claimed that the CIA knew of these operations and, at the very least, ignored them. At worst, he alleged they actually covered up the crimes. With extensively documented sources, Gary Webb built a case that argued the Contras were able to somehow get cocaine into the U.S. and get cash out much more easily than other drug-running organizations. Without having to pay the cost of transportation, the Contras were able to sell cocaine at market basement prices. Webb claimed that this cheap cocaine flooded the market, enabling the crack epidemic. While these allegations were severe, they were not far-fetched. In South and Central America, it's not unusual for revolutionary groups to use the drug trade as a way to raise money. Other groups such as FARC and the Shining Path have both employed similar strategies. Yet why were the Contras able to move their product interest generated from the drug trade allowed them to wage war in Nicaragua, attempting to overthrow the leftist Sandinista government. Supporting the Contra army was so important that the CIA also prevented the Department of Justice and the DEA from prosecuting several known Contra smugglers. The Reagan administration had already established a precedent for this behavior by tolerating drug trafficking as long as the trafficking benefited the Contras. Additionally, later CIA investigations partially vindicated Webb's findings. It seemed that Gary Webb was professionally redeemed. So why do conspiracy buffs think he was murdered? According to conspiracy theorists like Alex Jones, Webb was assassinated to prevent the publication of a second book, one with even more evidence of criminal activity.
Alex
by the
Jones.
CIA. Some
Holy
of Webb's
shit.
acquaintances say that he told them if he was found dead, it would not be a case of suicide. The conspiracy world is rife with questions regarding this death, including debates about the ability to deliver two self-inflicted gunshots. This becomes a conspiracy within a conspiracy. To the mainstream, Gary Webb committed suicide because he was blackballed for speaking truth to power, and people who believe he was murdered are only prolonging the pain for Webb's surviving family and friends. Yet to conspiracy theorists, this is an open and shut case of political assassination. This is clearly a situation full of stuff they don't want you to know. But here's the real question. Does our government have secrets worth killing?
Hmm.
Freeway Ricky Ross is a street legend. He went from being a poor, illiterate, aspiring tennis star to one of the biggest drug dealers in Los Angeles history. After being part of an international drug ring and making up to $2 million a day, he's starting over from scratch and trying to build another empire, this time the legal way. 20 years of prison have turned this former kingpin into a fully literate activist who is trying to make a difference by keeping kids from following in his footsteps. Today, he sits down with RT to talk about his rise and fall and to discuss his connection to the CIA controversy. Ricky Ross, thank you for joining us today. A lot of poor neighborhoods here in Los Angeles have suffered from gangs and drug abuse, and a lot of people blame you for that. Now, how do you think that you can help and rebuild these communities?
Well, I think I'm the perfect one for this job that needs to be done because, I mean, if you haven't lived this life, it's like an experiment. You know, my life has been an experiment. And had I not been through this experiment, then I wouldn't know what happened. You know, most people don't know what happened in South Central. They don't know how you get started selling drugs. They don't know how you get out of selling drugs. They don't know how you can go from being illiterate at 28 years old to being as literate as I am now. You know, basically, I do law work. You know, like I said, I'm filing my paperwork today in my lawsuit.
What do you think about the rapper Rick Ross taking on your persona?
He's never sold drugs. He's never been involved with any type of crime. You know, he was a college boy, played football, from what I understand, and he was a prison guard. You know, and you know, to be a prison guard, your record has to be spotless. You know, so he's definitely created a fraud, and you know, he's perpetrating a lie.
What role did the U.S. government play in bringing crack cocaine into LA's poor black neighborhoods?
The government needed this money to fight this war in Nicaragua against the Sandinistas. Russia had gave the Sandinistas $100 million to fight with. Congress had cut off all the money from the Contras. So now the Sandinistas had an advantage. Reagan and Bush had made the Contras their pet peeve. They felt that if Russia took over Nicaragua, they would be too close to America. They would be in our backyard. I believe that they felt it was more valuable to sacrifice a particular sector of America and a race of people in America in order to save the whole country. So they let these guys open up pipelines. Danilo Blandon, Norman Nessus, and the rest of the crew that worked with the Nicaragua connection. Because I knew about 10 or 15 different Nicaraguans that was all inside of this, council organization that was selling drugs. So by them allowing these guys, or basically turning a blind eye, because I don't think the government necessarily gave them the drugs or whatnot, but in a sense they sanctioned it because they turned a blind eye. They knew that these guys were selling drugs, but they did absolutely nothing about it. I also believe that had they not let these guys sell drugs, it's possible that I would have never become a drug dealer.
What does that say about our government when they're looking the other way while a deadly substance is coming into our communities for the sake of fighting a communist regime in Central America?
Well, it says that our government will sacrifice its people to accomplish a goal. And this is not the first time that they've done that. We've known numerous times in our history where they have sacrificed, especially the black man.
In that case, it's tough to hear that the ends justify the means.
They felt that it was more valuable for them to keep Russia out of America, and for America to keep its way of life.
Do you think that the CIA or any other sort of government agency is still helping to funnel drugs into America?
Well, I mean, if we look at Afghanistan, when Taliban controlled Afghanistan, the flow of heroin was almost zero, and now it's up, hundreds of percent more than it was at that time. So it makes you wonder. I mean, what is really going on? How can the Taliban control drugs and now America can't, control it? Heroin is on the rise again, and it's Afghanistan heroin.
The CIA connection to the Contras and the huge influx of drugs into Los Angeles wasn't made public until journalist Gary Webb started to report on it.
Gary was on a mission. He didn't approve of what I did. But he said that if I was in prison, all the other players should be in prison right there with me. And that I should be used as a scapegoat. He felt that justice should be level. You know what I'm saying? Not where if you got political pull or you got money or this that you can escape justice. And that's how Gary felt.
Everything that Gary Webb said was eventually proven to be factual. So why do you think that it was so controversial when he was actually coming out with it? And why do you think that he was attacked so much by the mainstream media?
What they really tried to attack him on is they tried to say that he said that the government deliberately put the drugs into the black community. They took his words and twisted them. And I never saw where he said that he think that, the Bush administration or the Reagan administration, anybody went into an office and said, hey, we're going to plan to put these drugs into the black community to destroy the community. That's not what he said. He said is that what I understood him to say is that they knew that it was taking place and that their workers, because the Contras was on the CIA payroll, so they was their employees, and that they did nothing about it.
Now, in some speeches, Gary Webb talked about how the DEA told him that what he was reporting on would put people's lives at risks. Now, do you think that was just a scare tactic? And are there parallels from what was happening then to what is happening right now? Today in the news, we hear about WikiLeaks exposing all these U.S. military secrets. And we're also hearing on the news that these secrets are supposedly putting people's lives at risk. I mean, talk about the similarities.
I mean, our government is really out of control. DEA, FBI, they're really out of control. Nobody, when we find wrongdoing in our cases and stuff, there was nobody that we could run to and say, hey, this guy is doing such and such and such and such. Even with the crooked cops, there was nobody that we can go to express what was going on, that these cops were beating us. These cops busted my head open and with flashlights. They let a dog bite me while I was handcuffed. But there was nobody that we could go to and express what was going on.
You didn't even know how to read when you got out of high school, yet you were still able to run a multi-million-dollar business. I mean, how is it that you're able to go through school and never learn how to read?
Well, the teachers really weren't interested in teaching me. They were interested in getting a paycheck, which is another one of America's way of thinking. See, America's not thinking about getting smart. They're thinking about getting a check. And when you think like that, then all you want is the money and the hell with the product, you know. So what I've learned is that the product is the most important thing. You know, being in the game is more important than getting the money out of the game.
Tell me about your involvement in the hip hop game.
My pet project is a social network website that I started right now. It's called freewayenterprise.com. We're the biggest social network on the West Coast. We just broke inside of 100,000 Facebook and MySpace did. So I'm making some progress. With that, it's a platform where artists can come on, put their music, and be discovered by different A&Rs come on there looking for artists. I myself am looking for artists to sign to my label.
Back in the day, rappers used to talk about real issues in the ghetto. What happened? Is hip hop watered down?
They don't know what's going on in the streets. They don't know about the struggles. Because when rap first started out, you know, they talking about, I mean, you know, the ones that I first started with was Rappers Delight. The guy talked about his son was telling the dad that he didn't want to go to school. He said the teacher was a jerk. She must think he was a fool. You know, the kids smoke weed. I think it'd be cheaper to get a job and learn to be a street sweeper.
The son said, Daddy, I don't want to go to school because the teacher's a jerk. She must think I'm a fool. And all the kids smoke reefer. I think it'd be cheaper if I just got a job learning to be a street sweeper.
So he was talking about what he was going through. You know, what he thought about school, what he thought about his teacher. You know, what he thought about all of the people around him. But that's not happening now. These guys just found somebody that was glamorous, you know, which was us drug dealers. And that's almost what I'm talking about right now.
And when you talk to young people, what is it that you really want to stick to make sure that they don't follow in your footsteps?
You know, I don't care if you don't learn nothing else in school, but learn how to become a critical thinker. Learn how to decide what is right and what is wrong for you.
Ricky Ross, former drug kingpin, hip-hop entrepreneur, and multimedia executive, thank you so much for joining us today.
And thank you for having me. I mean, it's wonderful, you know, and you know, hopefully we can get this message out, man, and save America.
That's funny.
A man was arrested in Kentucky for dressing up as a clown and lurking in a wooded area. The man, Jonathan Martin, 20, was charged with wearing a mask in a public place and disorderly conduct in Middlesboro, Kentucky. And guys, that's a photo of Jonathan Martin right there. And I don't mean to scare you, but this now raises the count to up to 6 U.S. states where clown sightings have been reported. And then let's go to a photo of Jonathan Martin, because I want to make a point here. Jonathan Martin is basically 7 feet tall. That was a 7-foot-tall clown in the woods. Dear God. Now, a police spokesman from Kentucky says, quote, dressing as a clown and driving, walking, or standing in public can create a dangerous situation for you and others. While dressing up is not in and of itself against the law, doing so in public and thereby creating an unnecessary sense of alarm is illegal. And there have also been some false reports about clowns popping up, and you know, kids are getting scared in the states that this has been happening. But it definitely does seem to be a trend coming up around Halloween, and I want to get a little bit of a reaction from you guys, because I subscribe to that this is some sort of an underground community that we are just not aware of exactly what they're plotting or doing, or it's some sort of elaborate prank that's going on 4chan or Reddit or something, because there's no way that these are all just individuals, right? This has got to be some sort of a copycat community.
Well, first of all, let's not pin this on the Insane Clown Posse. They are not involved in this.
Yes.
Do not blame the Juggalos for this one. Now, here's what reality here. I know that wearing a mask in public that's a thing, but clown makeup is not, right? I mean, this is the cops being. In this case, since we're in the anti-clown community, we're a little bit more tolerant of the cops being overly careful in this case. But in reality, you're right. It's not illegal, and they should, if they want to monitor the guys, they should monitor them, because some of them are literally described as lurking in the woods, trying to entice kids to come into the woods. Now, if I want the cops watching anything, it's that. Yeah, okay. But it is not illegal to have makeup on, or even if it's clown makeup. And so, no, they should wearing the big shoes. Yes. No, so it shouldn't be. They shouldn't arrest them. It is hard for me to be objective about this, because I'm of the camp that clowns are nightmare people. I can't. The sweetest, most well-meaning circus ones alone are enough to send me into the heebie-jeebie town. Much less the ones lurking at the edge of the woods and enticing children. Are you kidding me?
Guys, it's worth noting that while there haven't been any charges brought against someone doing something violent while dressed up as a clown, a teenager in Tennessee claimed to have been attacked by a clown, and also other children have reported that these clowns are trying to lure them into woods. Now, again, there haven't been any charges brought. There's nothing.
Pedophiles, clown pedophiles.
Here, but it's alarming behavior, and it does make me wonder, is there something sinister going on here beyond just a prank? Because right now I'm looking at this and it seems like just sort of
clown pedophiles.
A Halloween prank that some guys are doing, and they went over Austin and Jonathan.
Is this an homage to Milo What's His Face and Out Magazine, maybe? We're just missing that. I don't know. So listen, we don't know the underground clown community, thank God. But yes, they are popping up in South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Green Bay.
South Carolina, damn it. South Carolina.
Some sort of online trolling.
Hey, I'm a clown, damn it. Shit, I'm from South Carolina.
On the computer, when you get a rise out of people get frustrated, and they say things that abuse you, and you feel great about it. I mean, it's not for me. It's usually for people who don't feel great about their lives. Okay, you do it in the real world. This is America. Everybody is weaponized. I mean, you're going to do this in South Carolina, in Kentucky, anywhere in the country. You're going to try to lurk.
Where's my gun, damn it? I see a clown. Shit, let's go. Get the gun. Hey, I gotta go get my gun, man. Let's go shoot. We're going to go clown hunting right now. Shit. Let's go clown hunting. I live in the South right here. Come on down. I got my gun ready to go.
Cut it out, guys. So you don't want to mess around with us. We're carrying guns.
We're Americans.
It's not worth it. This is a joke. It's not worth it. And if it is,
come on down. Shit.
Again, even less.
I got my gun ready to go.
It's a pretty terrible sentence. Let's face it.
I got my gun ready to go. Shit. We're going clown hunting. Where's my double barrel shotgun, damn it? We're going clown. I'm gonna put a big ass hole right in the middle of that clown. Shit. We're gonna have two big holes right in that stomach. That's where we gotta shoot the clown. Two damn big holes in the stomach.
You want to be subtle if you're trying to kidnap a kid, right? You want to blend in. You don't want to be like, hey, parents.
Holy shit, we got some clown pedophiles. Holy crap. Kidnapping kids? Dress up like a clown, you're like a pedophile.
Don't get yourself shot. Yeah, don't do it. Even if this could be an art prank, but yeah, it's an art prank around people with guns.
It'll be interesting to see what Jonathan Martin says now that he's behind bars and he's sort of the face of this movement, quote unquote, the
clown movement. Yeah. So I again, you guys, I know you're clowning around, but you might get clowned. He is a Harlequin American. Yes. You might wind up in deep howdy doody. Young Turks membership is awesome. Says who? Me. Please believe me. Look, you guys make the show happen. We couldn't do it without you. PYTnetwork.com.
That's so funny, though, you know? Nice stuff. Who got shot? Oh, this is funny.
What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you killer clowns who got shot. So as the clown epidemic continues and gets more and more popular, more and more people are dressing up and going outside to try and terrorize unsuspecting victims. However, it's not really all fun and games, as some of those people have been attacked, shot, and even killed. So if you guys didn't know already, I'm doing a shout-out giveaway where you guys can win a shout-out and gain a load of subs. All you have to do is be subscribed to Top Trends and also comment why you want a shout-out. Also, guys, you got to leave a like on this video or this killer clown epidemic will carry on getting worse. Also, I just uploaded my new Flat 4 on my second channel and I'm already being haunted and I haven't even slept there yet. I'm not even kidding. If you want to watch that, a link is in the description, number 1. So this first clip is recorded in a car park. I have no idea where. I think most of these are from America because some have guns.
Some of them from America.
Yeah, this first one, Hound is in a car park. Guy starts recording, and then his mate just goes over and starts pretty much attacking him, beating the shit out of him. And you see this for a couple of seconds, and then the video just ends. So who knows what happened? Maybe he got away. Maybe he carried on getting beaten up. I don't know. Number 2. So out of the ones on this list, this is definitely one of the scariest, and it features someone who has a proper handgun. And it's this guy who's just in his house, and he somehow knows or he's heard a clown in his house. So he's upstairs, he's recording, and he's got the gun, and he's going like around his house downstairs, talking, like shouting to the clown, saying, come out, I don't want to have to shoot you and that. Carries on doing that, and then at the end of the video, the clown just appears out of like a cupboard, sprints at him, and he's forced to shoot, and it's really kind of messed up, and I will probably have to blur some things in this video as I don't really want to show anyone getting shot. Plus, I'm not sure if some of them are real, some of them could be staged, some of them could be a BB gun. We never know.
Yo, anybody here? I'm telling you, I got 16 in this motherfucking chamber. Nigga, I'm not playing, and I got this shit on tape. Nigga, I'm not playing. Yo. Oh, shit. Hey, God,
Ooh, he shot the clown. Holy cow, he shot the fucking clown.
So coming in at number 3, we have
That was a real bullet, shit.
Actually shoot the clown in the video. He may have shot the clown, not sure. He definitely points a gun out his car window at the clown, who completely shits himself and pretty much just runs off because you've got a gun pointed at you. It's time to get out of there.
So what the fuck? Get the fuck on, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? Leave these kids alone, bitch.
Number 4. So this clip's a bit different, but there's one main reason I wanted to put it in, and it's at the beginning of the clip, and it's the clown's laugh. There's something about the laugh in this clip which just really creeps me out. If you hate clowns, this laugh will probably like stay with you. So I mean, you can skip forward a little bit if you want, but if you're not a wimp, just listen to it. Number 5. So coming at number 5, we have another clip where there's people in a car just driving along and they see a clown. So most people will either reverse, drive around, or just start panicking. These lot got out the car, sprinted at the clown, and pretty much just started beating him up. I mean, I think the guy filming was also doing it, so you can't really see much.
Oh man, that would be nice to see. They're gonna get out and beat the shit out of them. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Really strange, I'm not gonna lie. This guy has a CCTV camera which he's showing in the video, and he's just complaining there's a clown on his property. You don't see the clown on the CCTV, and then the guy just goes downstairs to his garage or somewhere with a gun, pointing a gun, and then the clown like tries to run at him. He shoots it like 6, 7, 8 times.
Oh my god, that's gonna hurt.
The clown runs away and drops his weapon, which is a knife, which the guy then shows in the video. I shit you not, there's a fucking clown outside my house. Look, he's got a knife. He's got something. He's just walking around out there. Like what? Like, what is he gonna go after?
doing? It's a private property. Back.
Oh, yeah, a BB gun.
Fucking had a knife. Look at this. Number 7. So this video is
That must have hurt. The BB gun must have hurt.
Park or something. I'm not sure. It's like a car park. There's lorries everywhere. So it's wherever lorries or trucks stop. But this is one of the ones where the clown jumps onto the car bonnet, like punching the windscreen and just sort of doing the creepy clown laugh. And that's the main reason I put it on the list. Hey, faggot, what are you doing? Oh, fuck off. Number 8. So this one is one of the most creepiest. I'm not sure if it's fake or real though, so you guys can be the judge in the comments after watching it. But there's 3 people in this. There's the cameraman, the guy that shoots the clown, and then the clown. And the clown comes out of nowhere doing this creepy ass laugh, and then the guy pretty much pushes him over, gets his gun out, and pops one in his head. And it sounds realistic, but I mean, with editing you can do whatever nowadays, so I'm not too sure. Plus, I'm gonna have to blur it anyway because I don't record any of these clips. Not really much violence either, but I'm still gonna blur it if there's any violence.
Oh, God.
Okay, so another one is pretty.
That's
similar
messed
to
up.
The others, I guess. There's just a guy standing on the side of the road with a baseball bat, and this guy is dressed up kind of differently to a lot of the other clowns. He's got like a white jacket on and a different type of mask. But these guys pull up, and he's obviously very outnumbered. Because one guy gets out and starts walking up to him, acting all big and all that, and the guy literally just puts down his bat and gives up straight away, which really confused me because the guy didn't even have a gun. But then the guy who's threatening him pretty much just attacks him, and that's the end of the video. That's a compliment.
Oh my God.
He's backing down. He's fucking backing down.
Oh man. He's beating the fuck out of the clown. Oh yeah.
Okay, so now we have another repeat of the last one, sort of, except there's a clown running towards the cameraman who then pretty much just gets taken out completely. But this clown isn't in a proper costume. It just looks like a random kid who's just wearing a mask and is just being an idiot or whatever because he's got nothing to do.
Those fucking clowns, bro. I put it down. This nigga's coming close, bro. Kick it. What's this? Hey, he's coming up. Let's fuck this nigga up.
Oh man! Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Okay, so in this clip, you can't really see what's going on too well. I put it in here because they pop off a load of shots at a clown. You can't really see it. Maybe if you brighten up or something, you'll be able to see it. But they fire a lot of bullets at this clown.
Oh man, you're like a target.
I'm assuming it didn't end well because shooting about 10 bullets, you're gonna have to be pretty lucky to survive that.
Wait, hey. Hey, hold on. Let's get a little closer. I want to play that.
Number 12. Okay, so this one is quite funny.
That's a lot of bullets.
Sort of funny, I guess, because there's this clown, as every single other clip, and these 2 guys run up to him and are about to attack him before they realise he's got a massive machete or some giant carving knife in his hand, and they could change their mind instantly and run away screaming, but you would if you saw the knife he was holding. Number 13. Okay, so this time we're actually in the middle of the day, driving along some sort of highway, it looks like, in the USA again, I think. And this one, there's just a clown walking along the side randomly. These guys in their car pulls up like, what up, dickhead, or something like that. And the clown like starts to walk towards them. Before he just pulls out a gat or a pistol or whatever and points at him, the clown shits itself and runs away.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. Is it safe to be a clown? Is it safe to be a clown?
Number 14. Okay, so
Oh,
now we have
man.
another one that is not in a car. It's just a guy filming his friend who's walking along. At first, when I first watched this, it looked like he was going to go up to shake the hand of the clown or be civil, but he like goes up to go shake his hand or whatever, and then just pretty much knocks him out.
Oh my god.
Bro, what the fuck? What the fuck? Oh shit!
Oh,
shit!
oh my god.
Fuck! Fuck! Get up! Get up! Number 15. Right, so this is the most messed up one on this list, in my opinion, as I think it's one of the most real ones. This one, I'm pretty sure, isn't fake, but there's what sounds like a middle-aged woman with a camera who somehow got lost somewhere, and the clown, she knows there's a clown coming for her, and then it just appears out of nowhere, running, sprinting towards her. And it's just like, if you're afraid of clowns, that's the stuff of nightmares, seriously.
Please cover for me.
Number 16. Okay, so finally we have another one, and this is in a sort of suburban neighborhood in America, and this guy's just walking around in his clown costume in the middle of the day in a neighborhood, so not a great idea. Then like 4 or 5 lads in their car turn up, and they're obviously being like, what the hell are you doing, blah, 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 and then they all run over to him and pretty much beat the shit out of him, so the same as the other videos. Hey, get the nunchucks for a second.
Oh my god, the nunchucks. Oh my god. They're gonna fucking fuck him up.
And those killer clowns who got shot, guys, make sure to check out my flat tour on my second channel. Link will be in the description. I've just uploaded that, and I think you guys would like to see it before it's done and then after it's done. Guys, you can watch yesterday's videos on the screen around here. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And thanks for watching. This is Top Trends.
That was funny. I like that one. Shots fired. Oh my god, that's so funny. And Rissa, after wearing clown mask, explains his side. Clown arrested for scaring Walmart customers. Oh my god, that's so funny. Masked clown arrested in minor. Scary clown caught by police live streaming. Huh. On YouTube.
This is our family vlog for, was it Saturday? Brianna's not feeling good today. It's like we have mixed emotions today. It's like there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is obviously Brianna's not feeling good, but the good news is somebody got in trouble, and the one that kept coming over here. Yeah, based on what I just saw, both on text messages and actually saw it happen on a live feed, a live stream on YouTube. Yeah, just wait and see. You'll see this freaking clown that was harassing us, stalking us, who supposedly was a friend of mine 25 years ago. Well, yeah, you'll just see what happened here. This stuff is pretty gross, huh? We got in here. Yeah, look at this. This is like, look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if you want to know how that was made, this is going to be towards the end of this video. For you guys to see what's going on with this whole situation with this Jeff the class clown, whatever. And then after all that, you guys can, if you're not into the whole topic, you can skip right to this part here and how it was made. It was pretty messy. So that'll be towards the end. Kitty gonna watch something on that laptop over here again? Yeah. She is, isn't she? Yeah, it's. Oh, yeah, I know. She's watching something on there. She's having fun with that. She's enjoying it. At least you got internet now. At least we got it. We got internet today, guys. We do. It's back. It's been back since Friday. Like,
okay, let's get through all that bullshit.
So that all worked out fine, which we're glad. because I had to stick with this, and this thing is so slow when around here. We're in a rural area, so it's like touch and go. Sometimes we get.
There you go.
They're talking about. All right, let's see. We got one stream 52 minutes ago. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. That's a lie. That's got to be it there, Brianna.
I can't even hear what the clown says. I don't even understand the word.
Sitting in the kitchen. But I do not want causing, starting, and fighting us.
Oh, wow. How nice and generous.
Okay, that's getting boring. So much talking.
Disappointed. I will give your house and show you little bastards sitting in the.
Sounds like this. I know, right? This is so pretty. Did you say clown?
It's like bluish. Reminds me of the sky. Friendly videos for the younger viewers as well. But I don't think any of the scary stuff. I guess it depends on how mature you are for your age. If you can handle it, if you're not scared, it's fine. It just depends. As long as you guys understand the difference between what can happen to you and what just only happens to us. You know, and we don't want to create a.
Oh, they're boring. Jeff the clown. Jeff the glass clown.
This is, what is today? What is today? Thursday, right?
Thursday.
It's Thursday. And what is today, Brianna? What is today?
I don't know.
It's Tuesday. I'm gonna go. Yeah, just quit while you're ahead. Why is he changing light bulbs?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why would he freaking do what? Wait a minute. Is that a freaking like? He's got a bug in there. Is it freaking spy stuff? I don't know. Let's just. We got some. We need to go in there real quick.
It's so boring. Jeez. I'm getting bored. Being arrested after dressing up a clown.
Noonan police have arrested a man dressed in a clown costume trying to scare people. This is body camera video from an officer of the man. He is facing a disorderly conduct charge. Channel 2's Matt Johnson is live in Coweta County with why police say this is
Oh, dang, Georgia. You got arrested in Georgia.
As bizarre as this incident is, police say they take a case like this seriously because you just don't know what people are capable of. In this case, women said that the guy in the costume actually harassed them inside the Walmart. And in one case, the woman said he harassed her inside her parked car, making it hard for her to even get out of the car. When Noonan police found this man in a clown costume at a Walmart on Bullsboro Drive, they say there was no time for jokes, only an arrest. This is body camera footage from Thursday at around midnight after a woman called 911 in tears to report a clown running around scaring women.
Law enforcement is not thinking this likely. Newton Police Chief Buster Meadows tells me his officers didn't take any chances, especially with reports of clowns trying to scare children across the country.
Because in this climate, you have no idea what someone might be up to.
Police say the man behind the mask is 25-year-old Alabama resident Rodney Allen Byram. Meadows says Byram tried to explain himself.
God, clowns being attacked. Yeah, that's weird, you know. Yeah, I'm the type that would like to beat up a clown, you know. It's like you know, if you walk out there, like there are people out there that will love to beat the fuck out of you, you know. Especially when you're coming out in public, which is kind of weird. But I know there are people out there that are actually scared of clowns, you know. I don't know why people are scared of clowns. What's so fucking scared about them, you know? I can see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy wearing a human mask scary, you know? The real deal. You know? I can see that scary. Where they peel the face and wear it. But it's kind of hard to do because people can't make it look like it's real. Got to put on a lot of makeup or I don't know. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's one scary as fucking. That's like in the 70s, I think, when they made that movie up. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I saw the new version. I mean, it was scary, but it wasn't scary like the old version, you know. I mean, the old version, the blood, you know, they didn't have the bloods like they have today. But it's like, I don't know, something about the 70s, the way they used to do scary movies, you know. Compared to here now you can make almost real blood, you know. Oh yeah, and there's that one movie. What's that one movie where that demon flies around and collects the bodies? And takes them into this little storage, and he stuffs the bodies. I guess he kind of like prevent the skins from rotting, so they're kind of like half alive, you know. And then he creates like little masks out of it. He took the skin, and he made it all part of his house, you know. Took all the skins. That was a good one. Jeepers Creepers. That's it. Jeepers Creepers. That was a good one. Yeah, Jeepers Creepers. 2001. That was actually a good movie. I like that one. Jeepers Creepers. I guess, you know, they went from one. See, how many was there? I know there's 4. I didn't know they had 4 of them. Oh, they're making a part 4. Holy shit. But you already know what the monster looks like, you know? If you're already making a part 4, you already know what the monster looks like. So how could it be scary? It's weird. The way the demons work is it sucks your energy. It sucks your life force out of your body. The way this being It's like it chops your body up and it sucks your life force. It takes your life force out of you, and you become part of it. Your life, your soul becomes part of it. Your body parts become part of it. Tongue eater. Oh, he's eating his tongue. Creepers, jeepers, creepers. He's gonna eat his tongue. That's so funny.
I stabbed her in the throat and I saw her lifeless body just disappear.
The videos on this list are some of the most terrifying clips I have ever seen. A lot of these videos were found in abandoned buildings or hidden on somebody's computer, but all of these videos have a scary backstory. So I'm warning you guys, prepare yourselves, because here is the top 10 scary lost tapes that have been found. Maybe we should have kept them unfound because it's pretty.
Yep, that's so weird. Yeah. Damn, so quiet today. Isn't that kind of weird? Is it one free day? I get one free day of quiet or something? And then tomorrow it'd be like, yeah, I'm going to move to Holland. I'm going to sell all my shit. I'm going to move to fucking Holland. You know what's funny? I don't even know what I'm going to do there. When I get there, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to work. I don't even want to work hard. I don't want to work hard. Is there any job openings in Holland? Near Amsterdam area, somewhere in between there. All I want to do, I want to smoke pot, you know? I always wanted to smoke pot, but I could never do it, you know? Just one time. That's all I want to do is smoke pot one time. Cure my cancer. I have a cancer inside me. I can feel it near my throat area. I've been spitting blood out. I feel like I have a cancer inside me because I could feel it in my throat. My back is giving out on me. My back is giving out. I get up every day. I feel pain when I get up. My gums are bleeding. I cough blood sometimes. I do cough blood sometimes. Yeah, I was in my truck. I get hit in the lips on my truck. I fell off my truck not like a couple of years ago. I fell off my truck. I did a half flip, almost like a half flip. Almost landed on my head. I'm still limping from it. I never got workman's comp, you know. I actually kept on working while I still had the pain, you know. It like when I feel it kind of like I lost my breath, but it's like, yeah, I kept on working through the pain. So it's like the pain lasted for about a week and a half, you know, because I couldn't afford to take time off. I couldn't afford to take time off. So I just keep working through the pain, you know. I could take pain. I could take a lot of fucking pain, you know. It's like it's no big fucking deal. You know? Yeah, I hurt my left knee when I fell. Yeah, because we have these containers that we haul, and the off switch is so high that I have to get a broom to turn off the off switch, and then all of a sudden I fell off the fucking truck because the fucking off switch is like 20 feet up, you know. I was pushed off by some entity. Some entity pushed me off the truck while I was trying to turn off the switch. I got attacked. Which you guys don't believe in anyways. You get attacked. That's because that's the best advantage of me is that I got attacked. Something doesn't like me. Okay, I'm gonna go. It's weird. It's peace and quiet. Thank you for being peace and quiet. Yeah. Have a nice day. See you next time.